Hey, so Xavier back. The topic of the video is how I knew I was transgender, I believe, / coming out. That's kind of a loaded question for me because it took me a while to even kind of figure out that the word transgender was what I would use. So, yeah, it started out, I've always felt different, never really felt comfortable, so I went through all my phases. I went through my girly phases, my tomboy phases, my gothic phases, my punk phases. Any phase you can think of, I probably went through it, and I probably rocked it. Yeah, so it wasn't until about a year ago when I started talking to some other people about it. I think it was about a year ago now. I just started questioning some of my friends that I knew were transgender, so I started asking them about how they felt and their experiences and how they kind of knew and everything like that. And then I sat down and just thought about, like, my past and my history and all the crap that I felt when I was younger, and I don't know, kind of just was really unsure for the longest time. And then I got introduced to a friend through another friend who ended up being one of the biggest helps I've had. Thank you, Xander. And yeah, so kind of, that was earlier this year, I believe, when I started talking to him, and then finally I just, after thinking about everything, I realized that I am transgender. There is no other way to put it. I'm not comfortable being a girl. I want to be a male. And the coming out part, that was kind of easy. Coming out to my friends and most of my family, that was easy as hell. If I lost friends, I lost friends, though. The first person I lost, oh my god, I thought I was gonna die. It was like the hardest thing of my life. It's the first time I've ever had that much hate thrown at me all at once from a very, like, long-standing friend. But yeah, after that it was pretty much easy. I came out to everyone. I'm comfortable telling people that I prefer to be called he. Everyone at my work calls me X-ray. And the only problem I had was telling my grandparents. They're like traditional Christian Catholic, like old school. And they did not accept the fact that I was bisexual, dating girls. So I was nervous about telling them that I was transgender. So I called my grandma and I told her, and it was like 3 days before I started my first shot. And I finally told her, I'm like, I kind of have to tell you before I start my first shot, but yeah, I'm transgender and I'm becoming a boy. And then my grandma actually came out and said, you know what, when I was younger, I wish I was a guy too. Go for it, don't hold off. So that was awesome. So yeah, essentially from the time that I started to really seriously think about it, it's been about 2 years. But I guess I've always known in the back of my head. I just never really had the name for it until recently. So yeah, it's kind of all personal experience. It's, if you don't want to believe it, you're probably not going to believe it. So yeah, that's basically how I knew I was transgender, and the coming out part was essentially easy. So yeah. Alright, well, I'll talk to you next time. Bye.